Hello and a warm welcome to all the fantasy managers for my latest video. This is FPL Victor and today I will be reviewing my Game Week 5 score and will be revealing my wildcard draft and final team for Game Week 6. Let's begin. For Game Week 5, my team received an acceptable score of 62 compared to 58 point average in the game week, which resulted in a small green arrow. Between the sticks, Henderson finally found his keeping gloves and made multiple saves to preserve his first clean sheet of the season and grab 9 points. Now, I can part ways with him without any regrets. Van der Ven and Digne registered a single point each and did not take full advantage of their home conditions. Moreover, Van der Ven received a yellow card and Digne was taken off at halftime. Trent finally provided the first attacking points of the new season and was lucky to preserve his clean sheet as well. He grabbed a crucial 11 points haul, which was pivotal in staying above than average this week. In midfield, Bruno and Madueke both misfired and had a forgetful match as they could only grab 3 points each. Both had big chances to score coming their way in their respective matches but were denied either by the goalkeeper or the post. While Bruno might still find the way to make the net bulge as the season goes on, however, in Chelsea's match, the link-up play between Palmer and Jackson was quite evident. Madueke in the long run shall not get as many chances as the aforementioned forwards. Just when it seemed like another mediocre performance by the midfield picks, Rodgers starred in the last game on Saturday and supplied 2 crucial assists against Wolves. His 10-pointer haul justifies his status as one of the best cheap midfielders in the game. Jota did not feature at all in the match against Bournemouth and Nkunku was automatically transferred in for his single-pointer off the bench cameo. Erling Haaland scored within 10 minutes against Arsenal and continued his inexplicable form in front of goal. He also grabbed the full bonus points to register a 9-pointer. However, Arsenal were reduced to 10 men for the second half and any chance of a Havertz goal were bleak after that. Even though Haaland scored more than Watkins, however, I was still pleased with his 6-pointer as he did not blank and matched the score of the most captain player of the week in Mo Salah. 12 points is still a decent score for a differential captain punt and Watkins was the star player for me in Game Week 5. Last week, I had made up my mind to activate the wildcard for Game Week 6 unless of an 80+ score. Not only did I miss by a considerable gap, also due to the recent trends in player form, multiple assets look disposable in my squad now. Owing to the change in fixture schedule for strong teams like Arsenal and Manchester City, coupled with a below-par performance of several players, I activated the wildcard on September 21st to take advantage of price fluctuations. Here is my draft for the first wildcard of the season. With an offbeat approach, I have chosen to go for 2 mid-priced goalkeepers with the aim of rotating them efficiently to grab the maximum chances of a clean sheet. My primary selection is Flekken from Brentford as he is set to enjoy a string of moderately rated fixtures till Game Week 13. His team has not registered a single clean sheet this season, however, they have already faced tough attacks like City, Spurs and Liverpool. Partnering him will be Muric from Ipswich who is priced at 4.4 million. He rotates nicely with Flekken, potentially covering for him in crucial weeks like Game Week 8, 14, 15 and 16. In defense, I have selected Greaves, Konsa, Trent Alexander, Gabriel and Rico Lewis. Gabriel and Trent have demonstrated that they are fixture-proof due to the elite level of defense exhibited by their respective teams. Both provide attacking threats in addition to being the main pillars in defense. Rico Lewis played an active part in Manchester City's defense in the early game weeks and comes as a cut-priced option. With the recent season-ending injury to their defensive midfielder Rodrigo, Pep might be forced to alter his plans and give Lewis more starts in the team due to his ability of inverting into a midfielder. He might not start every match, but Manchester City enjoy a fairly easy fixture schedule where his chances of starting increase considerably. Konsa's place in Aston Villa's defense looks quite secure as he is able to play a centre-back as well as a right-wing back. He is decently priced at 4.5 million and also grabbed his first goal of the season in Game Week 5, demonstrating his ability from set pieces too. A nailed starter in a decent defense, he will serve as the main third defender and I will be looking to rotate him with Rico Lewis. Greaves will act as my 5th defender. He is priced in the minimal 4 million bracket and is an assured starter in his team. Unless there is an injury, his services will not be required as he gives me an option to strengthen other areas. In midfield, I have selected Luis Diaz, Bukayo Saka, Antoine Semenyo, Brian Mbeumo and Morgan Rogers. Luis Diaz looks to be the main man benefiting from Arne Slot's new system at Liverpool, as he is the highest scoring midfielder in fantasy right now. He looks fixture proof, and I just wish his goal scoring form does not wane away soon. Saka is the only player along with Haaland to return an attacking output in every match till now, and he has 3 tasty looking fixtures coming up. In the absence of Odegaard, Arsenal's attack will not be at its flowing best. However, it gives an opportunity to Saka to put the team on his back and get the work done. Mbeumo's selection was a no-brainer due to Brentford's kind upcoming schedule and him being the focal point of their attack. He rarely gets substituted, and with added responsibility of penalties will be one of the mainstays of my team for the coming weeks. Semenyo is a short-term punt I have taken due to his attacking form and a run of 2 kind fixtures against Southampton and Leicester. Bournemouth look like an attacking team this season, and Semenyo has been largely involved in all their attacking exploits. With all the hype surrounding him, I also intend to get on this train sooner than later. Rodgers will retain the final spot of midfielder in my team. I have already emphasized on him being a cut-priced option who features regularly in a decent attack. In my forward line, I have selected Erling Haaland, Ross Stewart and Ollie Watkins. Erling Haaland is the most essential commodity in fantasy right now. He has scored in every match since the season started and has already bagged a couple of hat-tricks. His team embarks on an easy fixture schedule now, and he will be my perma-captain for the foreseeable future. Ollie Watkins will retain his place in my squad, as he has a prime fixture for attacking output against Ipswich up next. He looks a very good selection till game week 9, after which he can be swapped easily for a different asset due to his price point. Ross Stewart from Southampton will act as my bench fodder, as I intend to play with 5 midfielders every week. This leaves me with a team value of 100.1 million with 0.4 million in the bank. Even if I had downgraded my second keeper to a 4 million one and invested the 0.8 million in my forward line, I would not have found an asset who could be a regular. Hence, I decided to have an option while picking keepers and also have some spare money. Next up is the Game Week 6 fixtures list. The deadline for changing the team is on Saturday 28th September at 11 AM BST. On Saturday, Newcastle welcome the defending champions at St James Park, and later in the evening, Wolves entertain a high-flying Liverpool side. On Sunday, we have the match of the week as Spurs face Manchester United at the Theatre of Dreams. Both teams are looking for their attack to find some form, as these two will be interlocked for a better finish throughout the season. The standout fixtures of the week from a fantasy point of view are Arsenal vs Leicester, Wolves vs Liverpool and Ipswich vs Aston Villa. Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester City and Aston Villa have been ranked higher as per the latest betting odds to keep a clean sheet. Additionally, Bukayo Saka is projected to score the highest points this week, followed closely by Salah and Palmer. However, it will take a brave manager to hand the armband to anyone else than Haaland. Moving on to my final team selection for Game Week 6. Flecken will start between the sticks for his home fixture against West Ham, and I have opted for a 3-man defense of Trent, Gabriel and Konsa. I will be starting all my midfielders in a 3-5-2 formation this week, as all of them have great fixtures in terms of fantasy potential. Haaland and Watkins will lead the line, with Haaland being entrusted the captain's armband. Lewis will take the first place on the bench, followed by Greaves and Stewart. My non-playing keeper will be Muric. This was all for the Game Week 6 final team reveal, and I shall be back next week providing reports on most of the matches and my strategy for Game Week 7. If you wish to join my league, please copy the code on your screen and test your mettle against some new managers. This season I aim to improve my last season's rank, and along the journey provide my insight to other managers who are looking to ace their mini leagues or improve their overall rank in the game. If you want my opinion about your team, please comment on the video and I shall revert. Last but not least, please subscribe to my channel, like the video and hit the bell icon. Thank you and take care.